Hello everyone, and if you are watching this video the day that it comes out, that means that it is my birthday! Ooh. And I was thinking, what would be a fun video idea to do for my birthday? And then I remembered that it's kind of been a while since I've done a Pokemon art video, so I decided to make a video creating Fakémon based on my birthday.
I feel like I should probably try to explain that better.
Each birth month has its own associated flower, birthstone, star sign, and usually a mix of animals, so I decided to take some of those themes and ideas and turn them into Pokemon. Or Fakémon. I have made 2 designs for today's video, so let's not waste any more time and just get into it. The first Fakémon I'm making here combines my star sign and birthstone. I am born on June 7th, which makes me a Gemini, and Gemini are often associated with twins, so I decided to incorporate that idea into my design. I'm not a twin personally, but I have older siblings who are, so I think that gives me some credibility. When I looked up June birthstones, it was very split between Pearl and Alexandrite, so I decided to use both of them in a certain way within the design. The design idea I ended up with was to create Prince and Princess conjoined twin koi carps, I know, just hear me out, with royal pearl jewellery, and I used the colours of an Alexandrite for the patterns on the scales. The top one's fins are supposed to resemble long flowing hair, and the bottom one is meant to resemble a long royal sort of ascot. I don't know if that's even the right word for it. And I really like that they would look like a love heart if they closed their heads together. And here is the final design. Since it's based on a mix of fish and gems, I decided to go with making it a water rock type. Since the rock type is usually used to resemble gems or minerals, that sort of stuff. I'm really bad with naming Pokemon, so if you have any ideas for what I should call it, please do let me know in the comments. I actually really like this design. I think the colours work well as a unit, and the design came together better than I expected. I thought maybe I was trying to combine too many things in one go, but I think it ended up being okay. For this second one, my largest inspirations were what I found to be the 2 most common birth flowers of June, which were rose and honeysuckle. But in the end, I only used rose like a very tiny amount. It's basically mostly honeysuckle apart from one tiny section at the end of its wings, which are meant to look like rosebuds. And I combined that idea with a honeybee. If you look up a month's birth animals, you'll get about 1 million different results for 1 million different reasons, but I thought a honeybee would work well with a flower-based design, considering they're both very nature-related. I made the head and top part of the body kind of bulky like a honeybee, then mimicked the stem of a honeysuckle for the rest of the body with protruding petals at the bottom, like the petals of a honeysuckle flower. I also added extra black stripes on the body, face, and wings to make it look more like a bee, and not just a generic yellow insect. Most pictures of honeysuckle flowers I found were yellow, but I also found some variants that were a very nice bright pink, and I thought that would be a good accent colour to go along with the very yellow and brown colour scheme I had so far. I also made the rosebuds a really nice green colour, and added that colour into the eyes to make sure it didn't look out of place if it was just at the end of the wings. And here is the final design. And since this is combining an insect and a plant, I think it was fairly obvious that I went with a grass bug type. I think I might prefer this one to the other design. I just think the colours and idea is really nice, and the way it works together is just something I really enjoyed, and it was really fun to make too. I was trying to think of a name that combined honeybee and honeysuckle because I felt like they were going to blend together well, but I genuinely couldn't think of anything that didn't sound dumb. Here are my 2 birthday Fakémon. I think I might make this a yearly series if this is something that you would want to see more of. I could maybe evolve past designs or make brand new ones, and maybe in like, what, 30 something years, we can make a whole region themed around my birthday. I don't think that'll work very well if I'm being honest, but I still like the idea of returning to this every year. Kinda as a little way for me to celebrate my birthday, but also to explore different ways to design Fakémon and different unique ideas that can come from it. In general, I was just pretty proud of this idea because I think it's fun and unique, and honestly, I just love combining different ideas to see how I could turn it into a Pokemon. If you want to share your own Fakémon designs, or if you're just looking for a fun, chill place to share your art and hang out with other people who like to draw, please consider joining my Discord server. I will leave a link at the top of the description, as well as leaving a link to my other Fakémon art videos. This is only my 3rd one, but I would appreciate you checking out the others anyway. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you later.